Thank you, everyone. I'm just going to walk you through the journey to implement OpenLMIS in Mozambique, as well as a little bit a demo of SIGLUS. So the SIGLUS app has been developed back in 2015. It has already, it was piloted by Chai, and by September of 2016, Central Medical Stores has decided that the SIGLUS would be the system that would be used at the health facility levels, the last mile. It's only used for the health facilities warehouse and not for patient registration. Okay. In 2017, we started with a controlled expansion with no support from implementing partners, and it was more to understand how the system would behave in different in different environments and also in different locations. We started the expansion, and in 2007 we had 157 health facilities. In 2018 we started a massive expansion that counted also with the support of implementing partners, and as of today we are in 1,047 health facilities. That is around 66% of coverage. 1,047 health facilities out of 1,580 health facilities within the country. Why we used mobile? This was, and why we used SIGLUS? This was first to respond to our challenges, to help reduce the time spent in filling in paper-based systems that are in place now in Mozambique, and give more chance for the pharmacists to spend caring for patients. It also came to support some of our challenges related to errors in calculations under health facilities, requisitions or orders. Also, because we could not have visibility of data from the health facility, provincial, district, and central level. This is one of the reasons that the country decided to adopt OpenLMIS. Why is it a mobile, and what is the advantage? Like Mozambique, like many countries in Africa, we do have a lot of issues related to infrastructure at the last mile. That is lack of internet, lack of electricity, and mobile seems like the most appropriate solution to respond to some of those issues that we have at the health facility. In terms of security, we have small health facilities, and most of them don't have a lot of security, and a mobile seems like a better option for those cases instead of having a laptop. In terms of talking about equipment management, for a laptop you might, or laptop, I mean desktop or a computer, you might need $1,000 investment. While using a tablet, it is much easier to manage the equipment, and it's much cheaper, and it's user-friendly because everyone uses mobiles nowadays. And not only that, because we also have developed a system that would help with the in terms of trainings, because it mimics the paper. And of course, we also decided that because of the use of Android, it also seems like a very good reason or very good option to use mobile. So what do we have as a mobile app, SIGLUS mobile app? We, on SIGLUS is a cloud-based logistic management. It captures data on stock on hand, quantities that are issued, received, any adjustments that are done at the health facility, as well as the requisition. So it shows us quantities that the health facility is requesting, and also it gives us information on patients by regimen for the various programs that we have for ARVs, AL, and rapid tests. The system, our mobile app, it works online, offline, of course, because of the issues that we all are aware of. That is lack of internet or lack of connectivity, which helps the health facility to use the system, even though they might not have connectivity, and they can whenever they can again try to synchronize data every month or every week based on the needs. It also supported the health workers in terms of calculations for requisition, since the requisitions are all automatic, and also the alerts for the various products that are being managed at the health facility. The system also manages products by expiring date and batch information. So, which means that it gives us a more visibility, and it supports in terms of management of products, of expired products, as well as lots that needs to be removed or from the supply chain itself. As I explained earlier, it's user friendly, because most of the forms that we have at the health facility, they are a mimic of the paper-based forms. The information that is being used at the health facility, it's transferred, and it can be visualized at any level through a web portal and through reports. Those reports give us chances for to see information at facility level, and also to aggregate reports and visualization. It also supports the system to export the data to further analysis. And as I was saying, now we do have visibility of all the transactions that are being done at the health facility at any given time through the stock cards that are being accessed through the web portal. So in other words, summarizing is that the health facilities use the system to insert information on quantities, and also to generate monthly requisitions that are again synchronized to a cloud, and also transformed and through a web portal, which we can have data, real-time data on stocks, quantities, adjustments, and expiring dates. I'm going to now turn to Pfizer, just to.
Deanna, are you trying to show the application right now?
Yes.
Because we're seeing just PowerPoint. We're not seeing the app.
Okay, let me do one thing. You can only see the app.
No, I can't see the app. I can only see PowerPoint.
Okay. Just give me 1 second to change that.
Diana, I can share my screen if you need. Okay.
So can you see
There
now?
we go. Yep, now we can see it.
Yes.
Right. So this is the app. These are the functionalities that we have on SIGLUS. We have the stock card overview where we can see all the information related to the stock, the products that are being managed at any given health facility. We do have functionalities like that helps us, that supports health facilities to do the inventory, the timely inventory. And the rest are mostly requisitions, the type of requisition and reports that need to be filled and also that needs to be sent to the higher level, that would be the district or provincial level, that it's the supplier warehouse. Once we click the overview, the stock card overview, you can see all the products that have been used. And as you can see in colors here, are the various alerts that the system has. Sorry guys about that. The various alerts that the system has, which shows us regular stock, if products are with regular stock, if products are expiring. It shows also when products are accumulating and overstock, and also when you have products that are low stock, with low stock. With this functionality, we are able, with 3 dots, we are able to add new products. We are able to see the archived drugs. We are able to also see the historic of all movements at any given health facility. Once we try to add a new product, what it gives us is access to the master data, and we can choose any given product. And I chose determine, that is one type of rapid test. We are obliged to write the lot number as well as expiring date. And then once we complete, we can inform what is the amount that we have. And we can also add new lots if we, for a certain product, if we have more than 1 lot in our warehouse. Once we click complete, this goes back to the stock card overview, and you can see here determine. And once we click the stock card, this is the exact mimic of the paper-based, which gives information on the date, the movement, the type of movement, number of documents, because most of the time, depending on type of movements, we always have documentation that comes, that is POD or any other type of documentation. We have information on negative adjustments, positive adjustments, issues, and then we have information on the existing stock, requested stock, and as well as the signature. I'm going to add 1 more product with more than 1 lot, just for you to see what happens. I'm going to click 1, and I'm going to create 1 lot. April. Okay. And add a new lot. That will be June, July. Let's use this July. We can auto-generate lots because sometimes we also have health facilities that receive products and they do not have information on the lots because they are they receive smaller quantities that are being taken out of one of containers or any other situation. And then I'm going one more lot. And quantity is 10. Once I complete, here's the product, the first one on the list. And as you can see, you see that you have a product that is expired. It already tells us that a product that is expired, which I've added, and it shows me the lot information on each and every single lot, existing lot, and as well as the expiring date. Once I try new movement, I click the new movement, and let's say I try to issue a certain product, and you can see how it helps the health worker because it already tells me that I cannot use a certain product because it has already expired. And one of the things that we did also to support the health facility, it's making sure that all the products automatically are organized using the rule of FIFO, first to expire, first out. The other functionality that we have on SIGLUS, it's the inventory. So when we click the inventory, it gives us a list of all the products, existing products, as you can see here up. It says completed 0 out of 18. So if I try, I can do all the adjustments that I want also during the inventory based on the counts that I do, because this is to confirm the quantities based on what we have on the shelves. And if I have different amounts, the system automatically, once we click verified, it automatically does all the adjustments. As you can see, it says that it will do adjustment for one of the lots that I've added 30, and it will do a negative adjustment for all the lots that I've added, that I've reduced the number. And because at the health facilities, the reality is that you might have more than 100 products. For each functionality, we do have 2 options. That is one to save and the other to complete, which means that if the health worker continues to do any type of has to do any other activity, it can actually save the inventory and continue later. I am going to go back here just to Stockard overview, just to show you this 4 products, the second to the 4th to the 5th product. Those are products that are malaria, anti-malaria drugs. And because in Mozambique, we do have we do have a system where we have to use the requisition to request for more products, but at the same time, we do have some reports that sustain each requisition. And when we get here to create a requisition, we are supposed to do an inventory first. These are the rules of procedures. I've done already the inventory just for the sake of time, and we choose which type of inventory we want to use, and that information will feed in the requisition itself. So the requisition will be auto-filled based on how we use the system within that month. As you can see here, the products that I mentioned, you do have one product here that it comes in the requisition. And you can see all the type of columns that we need, that is adjustments, the inventory, the entries, the issues, and the quantities to be requested that needs to be filled in. This is for the requisition. And then we have one report that we called AL, that is for malaria products. And those same products appear as well here on a completely different report. So as you can see, this is some of the customized type of reports that we have here in Mozambique. And this is also a little bit of the challenge that we have, because the same program, it can generate, or the same product of a certain program needs to be used in two different reports. And this is how we fill in, and we have information on number of treatments as well as the existing stock. And this existing stock, it's all manual because it's the count for the whole health facility. And whilst when we are on the, what you call it, on the requisition, it comes directly from the stock cards, right? Then we have MIA, that is for ARVs. And this is one of the biggest difference, because this is an informed push, which means that the health facility does not request any quantities. And as you can see here on the upper part of the report, it's the name of all the products. And as the requisition, we have information on the entries, the issues, the adjustment, the inventory, but we do not have the column where we request quantities for the ARV products. And the ARV products, or the ARV form, it's also very particular in Mozambique, because we don't only have information on the product, how it was used, but also we have information as down here, therapeutic regimens. So this is kind of information that it's needed to make sure that quantifications are that we can project, and we know what are quantities that needs to be sent to each health facility. Again, we can save and then submit later on each and every single type of report. PTV, it's only a difference for MIA. The difference for MIA and PTV, this is already not being used in Mozambique, because we are moving from a PTV. It's a treatment, transition treatment from mother to child. But since we are moving and we are all using all the same type of ARVs, even for mother to child. And so, which means that in the next few months, we are no longer going to be using this type of report. The other report, other functionality that we have, it's kits. Kits are treated as products, and they do have stock cards like a normal product stock card, which will tell you how many kits you have received, how many you have in stock. But the difference is you can unpack one kit at the health facility, because this is the normal way on how the health facility will receive products. This is the main way that health facilities will be supplied with products. Once we click the unpack kit, I can choose how many kits I want to unpack at once. And here it gives us the list of all products that are existing within one kit. And it tells us exactly what are the expected amounts for each product, because for Mozambique in particular, for Mozambique in particular, for these kits are designed at the central level and are also procured at the central level and are then sent to the health facilities. And here, if we do have any changes, it will tell us if we have inserted a larger or a smaller amount of what was expected to help the health facilities make sure that they actually give all the information or give all the information or re-verify the information on the quantities that are being received. And then the difference between this product and the remaining requisitions is that we cannot save this process because this is done at the community level. So it's kind of a committee that comes to the health facility, people from the community that will receive that kit and will witness the unpack of the kit. So the process is done at once. And then that's why we cannot save this process. If we try to complete while we did not fill in, it also helps us by giving us the alerts. Right? And to finalize, the last I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, we lost your screen there, Deanna.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, but yeah, we just, it looks like the sharing stopped.
Okay, so the last functionality that I want to show is the rapid test. Like normal requisition, the rapid test also we have to fill in based on the inventory, and this inventory we don't need to do different inventories for each type of requisition or report. We can use only one inventory for all the reports. And this is also a type of system which we have, which we use. We also use a informed push system. As you can see on the upper part, it also gives a list of all the products, but it doesn't give a column to tell us what are the quantities that we want to request. So it's all based on the consumption at the health facility, and also all based on the consumption at the point of care. So this is how they have to fill in. They have to fill in what was the exact consumption of each and every single report, each and every single rapid test, and again how many tests we have lost due to any damage or anything related to that. And at the end, for the system, we are able to also manage and visualize when was the last time that we have actually had internet connection and was able to synchronize the data. As you can see down here, it gives you the green dot, which tells us when was the last time that we were able to synchronize the data. And so that the health workers can also make sure that they can find a better place for connectivity and make sure that they synchronize data. And I think that's it from SIGLUS app.
Great, thank you so much, Deanna.
Mm-hmm.